Testing, 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 testing. I want to make sure we're good to go here in settings if you are watching. We should be live here, but I'm trying to verify if we are good to go. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. All right, I think we're good to go here. Oh, that volume was a little loud. Apologies for that. All right. Looks like we got our settings and all of our software situated, as far as I know. Obviously, ignorance is bliss. But I am looking forward to getting this started. So we're going to play Cole LLC for the inaugural stream. It's a little bit of a mining game. Just some time to get behind the microphone, make sure the software is all working correctly. Maybe somebody will join and give me a couple of questions in the chat just to make sure things are running smoothly from a third-party location. Beyond that, though, this is Basil Gaming production. My name is Douglas, and I'll be your host as we go through this Cole LLC and many other games. I look forward to being a part of the community and looking forward to hear everyone's feedback in chat and otherwise. Please feel free to leave comments down below in the video or in the chat box itself, and I look forward to seeing where we can take this adventure. All right. Let's get a new game in. What are our choices here? A little standard game. What do I want to play? This is a game I have played before, so this is a matter of just picking some game mode that might be fun and exciting. Let's see. Combined Arms. Must be new as part of the most recent update. Give it a shot. Let's see. Always been a big fan of Sky Mine. Let's try that out and see where it takes us. Looks like we have a shoddy tank as the basis for our gaming here. Let's see where that leads us. Looks like we're playing with more toy planes and airplanes. Rather, toy tanks and airplanes. Alright, well, nothing like doing it, then get into it. So let's start it up. A little bit of an explosive type shell here. It should be pretty easy to collect an obscene amount of material. Alright, well, this is level 1, and for those of you who have played Coal LLC before, I get it. This is pretty straightforward material. For those who haven't, though, and as this channel I hope to be a basis for understanding and enjoyment of the content you see, coal is the lowest level mineral we'll be mining out of these numerous squares. It's also the requirement for the day and requires us to comply with those quotas, as you see in the right-hand side of your map. Coal 40, I'm currently 107 out of 40 required for the day. Otherwise, the game turns into a value proposition where you're trying to get as much bang for your buck in the damage you're doing and the type of minerals that you're gathering, so you can get bigger, badder, more explosives that inevitably will carry you to more difficult quotas as the game progresses. We're just trying to get some of these last things here as the timer runs down. A lot of range on this tank to start. Pretty happy to see that. Usually it's kind of a struggle to do some of the base things, but not in this case. Love it. Good start. 1,000 for day 1. That's pretty significant. See what we can do with this. Lost my screen of this. Finicking around with some settings. I told you there might be some hiccups there. There it is, back up and running. Got some music playing in the background here. Let me know if it's not enjoyable, if it's too loud. Feel free to leave your comment below. Should make it simpler. Pulling up just a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, back to the game. Significant day 1. Looks like I'm going to do this and get the bonuses for the additional time. Oh, can't get it? Alright, what kind of bonuses otherwise can we see? Or if equipment will allow us, should we have made a different decision? I think this is good. Let's go here. Alright. Day 2, we're off and running. Looks like we're doing the developing the baseline here. Trying to get some of these ore since there was stacking of coal and iron, copper and iron there at the start. See if we continue to get the iron since it's worth quite a bit, especially in the early days of the game. I see we get a little bit of an explosive shell from the tank. Start things off as well. Like we're getting some chunk bleeding on the side for whatever reason. Let's see what the story is there. Chunk size should be low. Let's render a few of them. Okay. See if that smooths it out. There we go. All right. Now we weren't able to get this time extension for this overall tick, so let's be mindful that we may run into some issues with time. Definitely think we're already way ahead as far as the value goes. It does appear this new update with this tank is, dare I say, significant as far as strength goes. See if we can pop some of these coal spots here in the later part of this round, day 2. 17 seconds. If we can get this little bit of emerald. 10 seconds. I missed a shot. Fool. Run. There we go. Bank that at least. Got that in there as well. Perfect. A little bit of extra coal at the last second. Alright. So as you can see here on the top, coal is worth just 1 gold per, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Copper is a 3-to-1, iron is a 4-to-1, emerald is a 10-to-1. Sapphire will be in there between the 4 and the 10 as far as value goes for usage purposes. So we'll try to collect those as they come up as well. 14.29 for the day. Not too shabby for day 2. Let's see here. What's the best choice? I'm gonna upgrade my tank right now. Time's important though. Let's make sure we pick that up. Can't quite get the iron jet. I'd like to try that out at some point. Man, only shallow amounts of material missed. All right, let's stay in this mindset here. Iron tank's quite strong. Let's save a little bit of money. Got our time bonus. I don't want to expend unnecessary funds here into the inventory slots. 500 gold's not much though. We should probably do that just in case. Let's also move to getting. No, I changed my mind. Let's get in there and get some gaming in. Alright, let's set up some jumping locations. Alright. This way we can move forward, have the material drop directly into the return spot. That way it makes it easy for collection purposes. And we'll just shoot some stuff here to clear out just in case material gets stuck on the drop. Good so far. Alright, so efficiency wise, I think it's going to be mindful that when we do have a splash damage, we want to make sure that we're hitting multiple spots at the same time so that splash damage is maximized as we go forward here. Does look like there's a shallower layer of clay than we were used to this first line of mining. Might be something for us to continue with, being contention for later. So far so good, just cruising through. Let's get some shots here at the side. Nice little iron batch there. Pull below it. Shatter it all, have it drop to the bottom. We can do a quick collection if we need to. And we are playing this round with a little bit extra as far as time goes. Let's do the sound here. Let's back this off a little. Music. Perfect. Sapphires, there's that secondary value. Looking good. Work this down a little. Obviously later on as we go through some of the different chests and the variations that'll be available to us for materials, collection or otherwise, we'll definitely be picking up some attack speed if that's available to us. Maybe not though, haven't played this yet and I don't know if it's going to be something I have an option for. This new patch is literally, as I went live here, hit the radar. All right, a lot of good materials on the right side here. We'll focus on these. Doesn't look like we have the ability to really punch through the clay stuff. Sorry, the stone stuff just yet. The second tier. That's okay. Got a lot of material on the ground. We just got to make sure we get down to it. There's a 30-second warning. Just try to break through this bottom layer, drop all the stuff to the ground, start collecting like a mad person. Alright, let's turn this in. 17 seconds. See if we can drop stuff in this direction. Keep firing as we're moving. Try to stay efficient as possible. 8 seconds left. 5, 4, and change. Nice work. Good round. How we do? 2,600. Substantial. Alright, looking at our equipment here. What is the choices? Ooh, Emerald Tank is available. 1,500 would have enough. What about bonus-wise? 3,000. Clearly, it would be better to have a little bit extra time for the day. Employee-wise, it always is great to get some employees. But the first one's really not that good. I think we probably should err on the side of not that for the moment. Let's actually step it up and try this jet. Damage 10 compared to 5. I have a feeling that direct continuous carpet bombing, attacking in a sense a larger area, is going to yield me problems with picking things up. Might be beneficial. I guess I don't have the choice for another inventory increase. We don't know until we try. Since we're upgrading, let's just try to upgrade as big as we can, and let's go Sapphire Jet. Make it happen. Got enough ladders to make some trouble if I need to. Number of platforms is necessary as well. Give it a go. All right. 2, let's just say as high as I can reach up is there. Let's just put that in there. Looks like it's attacking from above us. That's interesting. Might be really crazy of a day if it's just going to start dropping material down below to us here. Why don't I create a leak for it just straight down, just have it green into the turn-in location. There it is. Ooh, that is a good problem to have. Zoom out a little bit. Looks like it's kind of already cleared that out. Oops, sorry for the back and forth. Let's make an adjustment here and let's go here on this side. Ooh, the plane is very powerful. Gotta work our way up to the plane, I guess. There's no question I'm going to be underutilizing the plane here for the first few attempts with it. Just not knowing the way the mechanic really unfolds and how best to appreciate it. Okay, go there, go there. Let's put it over here. Good range in the attacks of the tank. Definitely able to utilize more of the map than a pickaxe. Seems to be a foregone conclusion. It's just wildly unnecessary at this point. Wow. Yep. Alright, turning things in. Where are we at here? Okay, let's keep moving it over, I guess, and let's see how much damage it can do. I know that at least I'll be responsible for some of the lower levels here, and we'll just work those out. Try to keep it on damage-wise on both sides, or sorry, rather just one side of the collection spot, so I'm not having to run back and forth to the last second here as the time is wearing down for the round. Punch a hole right here. A lot of copper just came out of nowhere. Might be touching in that stone layer. Kind of just focusing on dealing with the ramifications of it right now. Alright, keep firing as we're running to collect. Quite powerful. I didn't even get off the ground. There was so much material to pick up. Wow. Alright. Now we gotta step up our collection game. Bonuses. Well, let's always get the time. More time equals more damage. More damage equals more collections. Bigger jets and better tanks at this point. How do we want to do this? Alright, my plan is to try to maximize the fact we're playing on Sky Map. So let's sell the regular tank, pick up the highest tank we can get, the emerald one. We've already unlocked the bonuses for the maximized time available to us. So let's continue to lean on that, and let's get a few more platforms in play here. Or ladders for that matter. Let's do 32 more of these. Okay. Start day 5, have a little bit of money in the bank. I'd like to try to punch into the stone area as best we can. And try to get this here. Okay, plane's moving. Looking good. Perfect. I think now we gotta just try to get up off the ground as best we can. Oh wow. It's a lot more damage than I thought it was doing. Okay. Looks like the V here is going to shoot rounds all over the place. Let's go ahead and see if we can bring some of this material to the ground. Definitely need more attack speed if that's going to be an available option for us. Clearly, we'll get to that in time. Let's try to get some of this material to the ground, though. And what we'll do is we'll keep pushing up our plane. Try to get more of the bombs more directly into the location necessary here. It's just cleaning things up. Remember, I got the extra time as well, so we have time to play with here. I don't even want to attempt that. It's going to be a problem. Let's just clear it. Okay, there we go. Sniper, perfect. Keep jumping up here. Let's move the target spot up here as well. Right there, there's at our feet. I'm just going to keep shooting to the side here. Try to get some of these ones that are, looks like they're quite shadowed already. Look at them just bust apart. Okay. Stay in front of us here and try to do as much as we can. I think we're mostly going to be farming gold. Sorry, gold. Like to have some gold here, but let's go coal and copper. since these are the most shattered of items here. Just fine by me. These are both good collection spots, especially early game here. We're way over quota. We haven't even attempted to turn anything in yet. Plan, as I think it should be, is just drop as much as we can down to the ground. Decide here what's the appropriate time frame to try to turn in some of these items as far as collection goes. You can hit this chunk a few times. Get these sapphires for bigger money values. Collateral damage to the rest of the things nearby. Try to stay away from making a hook material to get stuck on. There we go. Emeralds would be great. Copper falling to the ground. Man, this airplane's really powerful. Just knows we have silver right above us. Would have been more advantageous for us to focus on that. Alright, this silver one's down. That's down. Let's take this little emerald spot here real quick. And by real quick, I mean... don't be greedy. There it is. Alright, let's just turn things in now. Now it's a turning in scenario. We'll keep shooting on the side just to make sure we have something to click into. But the reality is we're going to pick up stuff so fast. Keep collecting. A lot more on the ground than I can possibly pick up right now, so... looks like we're doing pretty well on this. We might get the largest chunks of things. That's going to be all. We're not going to get another run in. Since I timed it perfectly. With the grunt, we get it in. Wow, the planes are strong. Okay. An entirely new game. What do we need to consider here? I mean, collectors for sure. What's my role going to be here? I think I just need to get up to a vertical spot and just assist the plane for now. Didn't make it for the silver jet. Can certainly pick up the emerald without issue. Silver tank would be pretty large. It would be nice to be able to focus hit on some chests. I think I like that idea. Need to start benefiting from better sprint speed, better carry capacities, more damage. Okay, go like this. Sell this, go here. We can pick up an emerald jet, which is 50% greater. Okay, let's do that. That's the reason why that wouldn't be beneficial. Bonuses? How about $5,000 to spend? What's the luxury we can play with here? Let's go with a one-click looting because it just makes it easier. Alright, we're just gonna be careful running around town. Okay, and let's put this as high as it can go right there. Put this down here. Do a little jumping. A little slower on the attacks, that's fine. I'm trying to get up into the stratosphere here. Let the plane do most of the work. Well, I see silver here. Let's just Make this a part of our competitive coffers. We've already met quota and we've yet to attempt to turn in for anything. Alright, well I think this signifies a unique spot. Definitely need to put some effort into getting some chests. Here's a good start. How awesome is this going to be? Looks like we'll be able to attempt a chest here, but not with great resolve, unfortunately. Let's get some more materials here real quick. Ametheists. There are more Ametheists. Alright, quick cleanup at the bottom. Okay, don't want to widen the mouth any more than it currently is, otherwise I'm gonna have problems later. We can just snipe some things here. Material can all chuckle down to the bottom. Chuckle, I don't know how material chuckles. Let's make a correction there. Tumble. Material usually tumbles down to the bottom. If it chuckled, we might be playing a different type of game, maybe in the horror genre. Loot chuckling as it's collected. Conversation matters, details matter. Hope plenty of conversation can be had by all of us here. I don't know why we need to adjust, if any adjustments are to be had, the plane. It seemingly is doing the work from where it was originally posted, because the bombs just continue to flow upward as if there's not really any issues here. Keep pushing the top here. More silver for below. Perfect. High value items. Definitely don't have the strength to power through the blue section just yet. That's okay. Alright, let's get some collections in. So much material. Lost my ability to speak in that moment because it was just so much to collect. The timing of it. 30 grand. Day 7. Sure, well behind our possible efficiency curves here, but wow. Okay. Huge tank upgrade from a silver to Prometheus. Definitely be able to pound out good progress. I think that's probably the smart move here. Let's do that. Need to be able to single target down at least those stone chests. That'll be extremely beneficial. Let's get a jetpack here for no other reason than we just need better mobility. And let's continue to get a couple extra stepping stones on the way up here. So let's set our plane real quick. Here. High as we can get it, right above the spot. And now we're off. Alright, well, here we are. Already in the same spot we were in the last round, but at the very beginning. Let's try to get these stone chests. Hopefully they have all the loots for all the land. I did get that one click. Oh no. I don't think I want to do the fire weapon, flamethrower. I just really want to get these chests, get some loots. Prometheus tank is strong as we predicted it to be. The numbers just continue to magnify out. I didn't look at it specifically, but I'm sure it was a significant jump up. Don't want that. I'm trying to play with the new stuff, and I got 2 weapons right out of the gate. Yeah, I do have a couple chests I can take on here right next to me. Probably need to do that. We punch into the blue yet? Don't think so. Alright, just make some significant hits here real fast. Bring this loot down to the bottom ground. And let's go some chest hunting. Again, trying to just maximize my hits here as best I can. Just pound out the silver real fast. There we go. Get the silver down to the ground. Silver here. Love the explosion radius in this. It really feels like I'm functionally able to do this. Excellent. We'll finish off this little tendril here in a second. Would have been weakened by the plane's efforts. Alright, so air strike rate and increased tank damage. Well, looks like we'll be able to do, I would presume, based on the fact airstrike also has rate, so would our tank. Well, let's do tank damage so we can focus on trying to get as many of these little chests as I can. Again, the grunt for the extra oomph. Look like it paid off. I think right now the most beneficial thing I could get out of this is likely not that. We'll tinker with it real fast, though. Alright, well, there's that. Alright, so we can pound down some of these resources, get them to roll down to the bottom. I gotta go start collecting here. Chest real quick. Rubies. Baby these rubies down to the bottom. They're just too valuable to not get them. Although, do we have the time is the underlying question. Probably not, based on what's going on here. Wow, just too much material. Didn't think about the ramifications of more things. We really need to be able to pick up more. It's a bummer. Alright, let's make some moves here. What can we hope to achieve? Could turn down the volume a little bit, maybe? There you go. I think that's better. Okay. Jet's great. We'll stick with that. I can afford the emerald jet if I sell it, but then what would I do? I wouldn't have the ability to collect it all anyway. I feel like what I need to do is just... let's go for big stack upgrades. Let's eliminate this lower layer. Focus on getting the chest. Don't really need tons of equipment right now, but that's that. We're gonna get a collector whistle here pretty quickly. This should be a good run for us on this particular attempt. So let's buy it now, just so we have the flush funds for us. If I bring a miner in now, just get a... okay, how about that? And let's go. 2, plane going. Okay, good. Kind of cool to bring down the layers of this to a more specific time frame. It's nice not to have to do the little things the entire way. I'll just shoot some stuff here. Keep the funnel small here. I think that might be the best way to go. I don't know how effective our plane will be in handling the blue layer, the ice layer, but what I do know is even if it's not successful, we'll have the ability to at least crack some, maybe even bring that big copper line right in front of us here, which in itself will be something of an achievement. Capacitor space, perfect. All right, we have a lot less space to play with here. Let's just... I'm gonna stay on this side, force my collector here to try to get as much stuff as they can from this side of this entry area. That way they're not spending all their time flying to locations adjacent to. They're prioritizing. It feels like a better result than it may actually be in the math sense. But let's stick with what the feeling is now for no other reason than, you know, that's available to us. Get up there a little bit. A little bit of fire in the blue. I don't know how much I'll get out of that, but... come on, Jess, give me some fire rate. Survey says collector speed could have been there, but I need more speed myself. I'm going to be able to pick up a decent amount this run after adding some collection options. But what I need to do is just make sure I can get this stuff to town. Last second or otherwise. Come on. Alright, let's blast some spots up here. I don't necessarily want to go to the vacuum here. I think that's an investment too far. My efficiency early on here was not great. If we played a little bit different mode, I would have had a better grasp on timings. But there's also this addition of being able to remove this lower clay layer as well that would have likely not given me the bee's knees. Alright, let's see here. I'm right at quota with the helper. Tank firing rate 10%. Knew it. Okay, good. We've confirmed it. We also got it. It's a good spot to be. I don't know how much more damage it's actually going to do for me, but it certainly won't hurt in any way. And now this. Get there, get there, get there. Kind of wasted. Alright, well, let's see what we can do here. Not an infinite range on the tank, but it certainly is substantial. I don't know why my collector is going over there like it is. Alright, well, we know what our fate is for the rest of this round. Huzzah! Not quite sure why I hired this guy if he wasn't going to be picking anything up, right? Alright, 18. I gotta head back about 10 seconds here, so just gonna be a dive up to the spot here. Pick up the stuff below, and I'm out back. And good assessment. Okay, good money. Got those rubies for the big mounts, 47,000. Decent haul. Okay. Equipment wise, what can we do here with the equipment? Can't get the Amethyst jet. That's a touch too far. Alright, let's definitely get the silver jet though. Employees, let's get one of these. Like, let's get 2 of them. Bonuses, we're playing with what we need to play. We got enough oomph in the jet now, I think, to maybe break into the ice layer. Good to go. Alright, let's do one more day, and then we'll see where we're at as far as all the bells and whistles here. I'd like to see just focus on trying to get to the first layer. Oop. Tank damage, I'll take it. Just start exploding stuff, see what we can get. Just kind of turret as best I can from this location. Gonna maximize the explosive nature of my rounds. Oop, the max range there. That was a miss, I'll admit it. Trying to give my collector some things to collect here. Rubies, not what I wanted, but not a bad pickup. Alright, need to focus on getting to the right best we can. Go from there. Really would benefit from some additional bonuses. Specifically, tank fire rate. I think that's probably the number one. Perfect. Got 10%. We'll take it. I can adjust the jet anytime I want, but what I'm looking for is some consistency. I want the damage to continue to stack on certain spots. If it takes all day to start blowing up these blue blocks above us, then it'd be worth it. Just need them to do it. I'll go a little bit of a just collapse things here. See if we can find some black chests in the stone area. No, okay. No, Siri. Don't know what it said to set her off, but she was angry at me. Alright. Doing great. 15,000 coal collected. Nice. Damage. I'll focus on clearing these blocks here. Open up some caverns for the loot to drop into. I'm just gonna run this gauntlet here, see if I can just get the ore to the ground. As they always said, the best way to get from one place to another is in a straight line. See if I can do the same for this ore to drop. 30 seconds. What we're looking for here is just the guys coming home, collecting as much as they can. I'll call him home here at 10 seconds. I call him home now. Don't know if that was super successful, but let's see. 60 grand, 10 grand upgrade. Sky's the limit. Equipment. See what the story is here. Just since this is the inaugural stream here, I'm going to cut it off at this point. I just wanted to try to get something on the wire. Replay it later. Make sure there's any edits or changes I need to make. We can get it done. But it looks like it's going to be a good start. Certainly get the jet. Probably going to be a smart move if I did do that. What does it do for us, though, in the collection sense? Oh, jeez. Let's go collection first. That's been our struggle. Then we'll come back and maybe attempt this a little later tonight. Anyway, this has been my inaugural stream. Hopefully this hasn't been too irritating and we're just enjoying some cool LLC to see how things go. I appreciate all of you who may watch us down the road. Please feel free to leave comments in the video. Look forward to developing this into a community relationship. This is a Basil Gaming production. Again, my name is Douglas, and it was a pleasure working with all of you today. Please have a good day. Hopefully everyone's safe and sound and doing the best they can wherever they can. Best to all of you. Have a good night.